Hello and welcome back to Beyond the Deals podcast. I am your host, Gabrielle Simmons. I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Builders Outlet. Builders Outlet is here in Denver, Colorado. They are your go-to for cabinets, windows, doors, and trim. Check them out by going to buildersoutletco.com. And back to us here in the studio live. I'm here with Jordan Johnson.
Hey guys.
With J Angel Visuals.
Yep.
I don't know how I could mess that up.
No, you're fine. It's like a kind of a tongue twister. J Angel Visuals.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
So I've known Jordan for a few years now, and we've worked together on a few different projects. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me. Really glad I get the opportunity to do this. It's cool.
Yeah. And you, so you came out and sponsored one of our events and did some amazing videos.
Thank you.
And pictures for us for one of the mixers. And I just really look forward to like getting you more involved in the community.
Yeah, for sure. No, I appreciate it because I mean, like, it was cool to just be a part of it and see how many people actually came through, and then just the actual networking that actually happens, just because networking is your net worth. You know, like, it is what it's all about usually.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No doubt. So tell us, like, I know what you do, obviously, but tell the viewers, what is it that you do in your company?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm a photographer and videographer. I've actually been doing photo and video for like the last, like, I want to say like 12 years, since technically high school. And then from there, it developed more into a passion. So I ended up, spending some money on some camera gear, not booking any gigs for like forever, just putting it all on credit. And it was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this, like maybe YouTube gave me too much self-confidence. But then, yeah, like eventually I started booking gigs. Like I booked a few music video shoots over the course of a weekend with an artist. And from there, I was able to snowball it into what I have today. And of course, like I do anything from real estate to weddings, commercials, music videos, everything in between as well, portrait shoots. I'm trying to niche down more into commercial work, but also helping people tell their story through visual content. So that way, rather than just like, hey, I'm here to create a video for you, it's more so like, hey, like what kind of problems are you running into, and what sort of, photo and video content can we create to help solve those problems?
Yeah. No, I love it.
Thank you.
And from where you started, like it has transformed you. It's big now. Like I admire your company and all that you do. You do serve a broad spectrum of clients, right? Like you said, from music videos, so you're working with rappers, and then you work with weddings, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Totally different setting.
Super different, yeah. And it's like, I think that's like, I mean, it's good, but it's bad because like, obviously it's good to build a skill set. So I feel like I've built a skill set of high quality work in different genres.
Yeah.
But then I haven't reached like the pinnacle of what each genre could be because I am so spread out between them,
You're preaching to the choir, man. Like that's me in real estate.
Yeah,
I've done so many different things that it's like I'm not excellent at any of them because I've just done a little bit of a lot.
Yeah, but it's nice to pick up the skills at least, so that way at least if you do hire somebody in that realm, you kind of know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And it, I guess lessens the unawareness of, I guess, or your knowledge or whatever of like what you're actually like doing, at least a little bit, so that way you can kind of tell people what needs to be done,
Yeah. So we first met at one of a property. I don't remember which property. For you to do some shots of the property itself. Right?
Yeah, I think it was like the property shots. We got some drone shots or whatever. And then I made like a little quick video of it.
Yeah, that video was, I love that video. Like I still go back and watch that video.
It did turn out so good.
Yeah, and how you like directed me, you helped me with like knowing what to say and like how to say it, like how to position in front of the house, the angles, the quality, everything was just fantastic.
Sure. No, thank you so much. Yeah, and it was a really impromptu show. I think it was windy that day too, so it was kind of like we were fighting a lot that day and sunny, but it all worked out so nicely.
Yeah.
And then I had the other one with the snow, I remember.
Oh yeah, that one was less good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just cold and weird, sunny. It was just a weird day, weird morning.
Yeah, and I'm like not remembering my lines because I'm just too cold, and I'm like, Jordan, I want to go. Like, are we done yet?
It's like, oh yeah, we're pushing.
But yeah, you're excellent with. I've worked with several videographers, and I really think that you're excellent at like communicating.
Thank you.
What it is that needs to be said and done, and like how you have a very cool, calm tone about you, and like your presence is just very relaxing.
Thank you.
Which is great when you're like the person, you know, that is being filmed by you, or
right, because then the nerves kick in. That's how I feel today. Usually I'm behind the camera, not in front of it. So then it's like, all right, well, now I gotta take the advice I give others and just relax. And it's just the cameras, so
yeah. So let's go back to like your journey, right? Like you mentioned that you got into this while you were in high school.
Yep.
And you just like bought a bunch of equipment on credit.
Yeah.
You said, right?
Yep.
And you do also have some fire ass equipment all
Thank
the
you so
time.
much.
Like that is something I also noticed very early on. Like you came out just loaded with like all the gadgets.
Yeah.
So you started there, and then, but like what made you want to get into photography?
That's a good question, actually. I took photography way back at high school. I hated it. I think just because the school I was at, most people that I was there with were wealthier. So they had like the nice DSLRs, they had nice lenses, they get that bokeh. I think that's what originally drew me to photography, just that bokeh, you get that
What is that?
background. So when you take a photo and the background is blurry,
Oh.
that idea of something in focus was so cool to me, and how you could like focus on an item and isolate it, So like that idea kind of got me into photography. But like I said, I took it in high school. I didn't like it at all because I only had like one of those cheap point and shoot, like whatever cameras, and they're like, oh yeah, go do these photography segments. And I'm like, like I can't get my bokeh, so like probably not. But then from there though, like I said, I ended up buying a GoPro, like an Action 4 Black or whatever.
Okay.
And then started shooting everything I did. So like different hangouts and just different things I would do. I would record that. And then I started messing with editing software. I think I started in like Windows Movie Maker, like every crazy video, and then slowly learned Sony Vegas a little bit, then moved to Premiere, and then now DaVinci Resolve. But during that time frame, I would just record just random get-togethers and put together random videos. And then that was cool to see what I could create, and like putting together a finished product from so many random bits. And then that piqued my curiosity more. Then from there, I started making my own music videos. And those are terrible to look back on nowadays, but really fun to show like the progression of the journey. Because I wish I would have been doing my YouTube channel behind the scenes over this whole journey, because then I could have an entire catalog of this journey recorded in a video format. But yeah, from there, like I said, started watching lots of YouTube, started teaching myself photography, like how to actually operate a camera. Of course, lots of that doesn't come until you actually get the camera in hand, and you can actually mess up and like, just practice, I guess,
Yeah.
But like, yeah, $2,000, I think, on like a camera. I got like a stabilizer, like a nice lens, and I was like, oh, I'm so in it. And then I messaged like everybody online, like everybody I knew that could ever use a music video possibly.
Right.
I was like, hey, like if you're looking for a professional music video, like I do those. And I was saying professional right out the gate. I remember one dude.
You're like, yeah, I'm a professional.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
new, but I'm a professional.
Exactly. Like I'm gonna figure it out, and it's gonna look clean. Which of course, like looking back on it now, like no. But I wasn't charging much either though, so like that's nice. And yeah, it's just like what I remember this one guy, we were talking about shooting. I think he responded to that message, I want to say, like the professionalism. And he responded, he's like, oh, like no, I'm okay, like I don't really need it, And then he sent one more message. He's like, by the way, man, like I don't, mean anything by this, but like your work's really not that professional.
Oh,
and I'm like, ooh, was like, oh, dang. I was like, dang, I took it as a dig. But I'm the type, when I hear stuff like that, I'm definitely going to prove you wrong. And I'm going to show you what I can do. It might take some time, but I'm going to show you what I can do.
Yeah.
So years go by, and he keeps watching me, and like I see the likes start coming up, And yeah, it turns into like, hey man, like I just want to say, man, like you made me a believer.
Wow.
I was like, whoa, I was like, that's crazy. As a public comment too on the Facebook,
Nice.
that's pretty crazy.
You're like, yeah.
And I was like, yeah. So that was pretty cool. And then, yeah, like I worked a call center job for like 5.5 years, 5 of it being a supervisor, and like just mentally draining while I was doing my photo and video stuff. So I would go to work, come home, edit all night, wake up, go to work, or maybe sometimes an early morning shoot, and then go to work, and then shoots on weekends. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But then I was able to stack pretty nicely, because like having a day job, and like it quickly became, or my day job was just kind of like my bill money, and then my photo and video job was everything extra and more gear, and I can invest in myself,
Yeah.
And I was too scared, I guess, to leave that job. I was stuck in there just because comfortability is a crazy thing,
Yeah, no doubt.
Crazy thing. But then funny enough, that job actually let me go twice. Not even just me, but the whole center shut down twice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the first time they let us go, like a month into it, they had us on like severance or whatever, so we were getting some money. But they called us and they're like, "Hey, we're opening back up. Like, come on back in, or you're not going to get paid anymore. You know, and continue to work for us." I was like, "All right." And this is at the point where like my photo and video stuff wasn't necessarily that far in. Like I was doing okay work, but the clientele wasn't there for anything consistent. And it was just still like, it just wasn't there.
Right.
So of course I go back, I continue to grind. And then like, I think 2.5 years later, once again, they're like, "Hey guys, we're about to shut down." I remember like walking in, like one of the agents I was on my team, he's like, everyone was out. It just looked weird, you know? And then like going, they're like, "Hey, we're shutting down again." But then of course, like this time we had to like actually spend the whole 2 months there rather than just getting paid severance and just leaving, you know?
Oh.
And that was terrible. The 2 months was so long. But by that time frame, I had already built up kind of what I had.
Yeah.
And I was like so excited. I was like, thank goodness this is the push I need. Like, I don't want to do this job no more.
And it gave you more time to focus on your...
Yeah, exactly. Because then that's 40 hours a week more I can give to my business, my craft. And it's like, if I'm already pulling in this money just from weekends and day shoots,
Yeah.
like 40 extra hours a week is insane.
Yeah.
Potential of what can be actually accomplished, you know? Yeah. And so from there, left that job, been full-time ever since.
And how did you build your, like, has all of your marketing for clients been social media?
Yeah.
And
So
referrals, I guess?
for the most part, yeah, social media. I've built a decent, I guess, network, but then it's still such a small circle because it is just my social media circle. So my Facebook, my Instagram, and then just good word of mouth, I think, is really cool. So being consistent as a videographer. I mean, obviously I've had jobs that, you know, like life maybe like delayed the edit maybe like a month or something, you know, but I try to get edits and everything back to the people I work with as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And not let stuff sit, try to be on time for shoots and all that kind of stuff and help people like build what they want out of a videographer, you know, because I've heard so many times of, you know, flaky videographers or like footage being lost or whatever, which of course, like still I've lost footage as well. Technologies, yeah, it's not fun. But then of course at that point you just got to step up and like own up like, "Hey, this is what happened. Like, let's reshoot it. Let's get it, you know, let's make sure this happens for you, you know?"
Yeah. Yeah. No, and you are very timely. You've always been like on time or early.
Thank you.
Quick with like getting edits out, videos. And I mean, I'm thinking like I'm recounting all the times we've worked together now. And I'm like, we've actually done a lot.
Yeah, it actually is quite the portfolio now.
Yeah. Like you allowed me to rent your equipment to shoot my courses for, I think it was like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And that was like the best way possible to do that too, because I know if you were there with me, I would have been like nervous and just weird.
Right.
Because like just recording the course in general was it was a first for me, obviously, and very like weird for me. I had all these scripts, which I hate being scripted. So I knew that was going to make me weird too. But I thought it was great that you allowed me to like rent your equipment. You came in, you set it all up, right? You had the lights for me. You did the pink lights because that's my brand color.
It looked good, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And you really did. You made it look really good. And so I was able to just record, and then you gave me all of the raw footage, and which looking back, like I should have hired you instead to like do all the editing at least.
Right.
But I was
ran out
decent info. Yeah,
Yeah.
It did. It turned out okay,
That's
but
good.
it took me forever.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like I think that's like the push-pull of like everything. I think videographer, photography-wise, you know, like everybody wants it a really good product, really fast, and really cheap. You know, it's like the triangle of ultimate. I think it falls down between not just photography and video, but like everything of like the fast, cheap, and good.
Yeah.
What do you want, you know? And yeah. But I mean, like, obviously, like, I mean, you put the course out. Did it turn out like decent?
Yeah, it turned out good. And I had pretty decent number of sales and all that. And no horrible reviews on my videos.
Right, and I'm like, "Oh, this is edited terribly." Like,
yeah,
they get the information, you know, like I think that's the best thing of it because it's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be perfect. And I think that's what I'm trying to focus on more this year too. Being a creator more than the consumer, and then just putting stuff out because it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be content. It's going to be some that somebody will get value from, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then that can lead to a potential connection or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt. And that's like a mindset thing, you know, and you've kind of talked quite a bit about mindset already, like your mindset in being scared to leave your job, being comfortable. But like, let's talk about the mindset that you had to be very young and be a supervisor
Mhm.
at this company you were at for 5 years.
Yeah.
Like that in itself is a mindset shift
Yeah, definitely.
that I think a lot of people, may be held back of like, oh, I'm too young to be in a supervisor position.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How many people were you supervising that are like double your age?
So many. Oh yeah, it started even at Walmart when I worked there as like a truck unloader. Like I was there for like 6 months ish, like into that job, and it's just like I was 18 years old, just like throwing trucks, like, and it just takes physical, like just determination to just be there every day, throw a truck, and then just do your job, And 6 months into that, they offered me a supervisor position for that.
Wow.
Turned that down because like I'm not trying to because I was like super young, and there's like 30, 40-year-olds, like, people that have been there throwing trucks forever, but then just didn't show like basic ambition in a job, And I turned it down because I was scared. I was like, oh, these people are going to hate me because I just came in here and they're trying to, I'm telling them what to do, Like, I don't want to do that responsibility. I just wanted to be in electronics, because like I was like super into gaming, super into like everything electronic wise. So I was like, just put me in electronics. And then even from there, I think it took like 6 more months maybe before they actually did it. They hired like other people, like from outside of Walmart to be in electronics. And I'm like, oh man. And then yeah, at the call center was weird because then at that point, like I'm still kind of shy. So like I had to go in front of like multiple training classes. And it wasn't just like a production floor supervisor, it was a training supervisor. So every like 3 weeks, maybe like a month, I would have a new team. So like I have to go in there, talk to some new people, like get over that, like, hey guys, like.
And you're like 20?
Yeah, at this point, probably like 21, 22-ish, somewhere around there. Yeah, so having to be in there, like talking to these people, and it's like, sometimes the call center wise is like, you can have like an 18-year-old, you could have like a 60, 70-year-old,
Yeah.
And it's like trying to figure out the flex between like how to coach these different personalities. Because of course you're trying to teach these people how to take effective calls. And like, these people just don't know how to take calls, like just talk in a nice way, So I think at that point, it's my job to coach these agents and like build them up. So like, I don't know, it kind of got me over like just talking to people, which I think also helps contribute to the photography video because I'm super introverted. I hate having to talk to people. To the point where when I was a kid, I failed projects because I didn't want to go and talk in front of the class,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, crazy. So like the evolution of that is kind of crazy because like even photography video wise, I have to go to random clients and like people I don't know and like get them to feel comfortable around me and the camera just to be able to even do my job.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
that's a whole 180.
Yeah, definitely.
Going from being uncomfortable talking to people to in supervisor positions and leading like these trainings.
Yeah.
And now, like you said, yeah, you got to talk to random strangers and get them comfortable. Yeah. Even though I'm sure you would rather just not talk at all. Just be like, let me just
really just aim the camera, shoot it, and I'm gonna go home and edit this thing and then
and then email you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna call you.
But people want the fluff. People want the extra personality, which I think now too with AI kicking off so heavily, that connection, that personality is really going to be what makes people book people and do things in the future.
Yeah.
And it's so important.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any plans or do you have anything existing or any plans in the future to teach people how to do what you do?
Yeah, definitely. So, with my business overall, I'm trying to record tons and tons of behind the scenes just so that way I can show people and like, hey, I know how to do this. This is like kind of like my process. I've been doing this. These are the products I create.
Yeah.
And just to build that trust, just because I feel like courses have been ran into the ground over the years and trust has kind of been lost from people,
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to, because I think I missed my opportunity just to hop into a course like a long time ago. And so now, like I said, I'm trying to build that trust, build that community, I guess, on YouTube and other social media platforms because I do want to, like currently I offer like one-on-one coachings, but I'm trying to actually create something bigger and more scalable.
Okay.
Just so that way I personally, because same thing as like shoots, I have to be there to make money. I have to like, be somewhere, I guess, just in general.
Yeah.
Whereas if you create a product, like a course or something, you can infinitely sell that and scale that.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm focused on, I guess, now is to try still to make a course, which will be probably more of like a video course. I'm trying to figure out what exactly that is going to be, or if I want to maybe write a book about my experiences and try to help encourage people to be an entrepreneur, to try to chase their dreams, chase their art.
Yes.
There's just so much potential. Yeah, anything. Yeah.
You can totally do both.
Yeah, exactly. And so like short answer, yes. I'm just not sure what that's going to look like.
Yeah.
But it is coming. Yeah.
Awesome. And I encourage that. Like sometimes the message may be the same, but the vessel matters, right? And like you're a young man of color in Colorado,
Right.
and you've overcome a lot of your own personal like limits, you know, to get into being a business owner, running your own company, being self-employed full-time. Like that's your full-time gig.
Yeah.
You work for you.
Yeah.
And are successful at it, you know, and that says a lot. So I highly encourage you to.
Definitely. Yeah. And I think it's just that imposter syndrome, unfortunately. Like, I mean, I already know because I tell people, like, if you're at like a level 6 of knowledge, there's still 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s you can teach.
Yeah.
And 0s you could teach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That need your information. And as you're teaching that, you can still level up to those levels higher.
Yeah.
To teach that still to the next person. And, experience is so individualized. Like, we all have our own experiences that truly created who we are today,
Yeah.
how we handle business and how we are as creatives or anything,
Yeah.
and it's just important to just, I don't know, I guess, show people that. And I think that's hopefully where the behind the scenes will come in, more YouTube talking heads, more my projects, so rather than just kind of like, I think I fall into the hole of just doing everybody else's projects and none of my own. And so this year I'm trying to push more into creating more spec work, creating the projects I truly can do.
Nice.
That people don't know I can do because I haven't actually got that gig yet,
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Wait, what is that? What does that look like?
so like hiring commercial shoots, so like whether it be music videos, commercials, I think commercials going to be more of my niche this year.
Okay.
Same thing with real estate. I would love to get more into real estate, but shooting more premium homes, nice luxury homes.
Yeah.
Because then that's where you can really get creative, really get the cool shots, like really make it look high end,
Yeah.
But yeah.
And your editing is fire too.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I still trying to learn more. I'm trying to learn more into green screen and virtual production now too.
Okay.
And that's a whole hurdle within itself.
Yeah. That sounds very different.
Could open a whole different door to just different things. Yeah.
I want to get you in touch with my business partner in real estate dealmaker, Sufyan. You met him. He is the business partner with another gentleman named Billy, and they have 5280 Nation, which is a production company.
Nice.
And they operate here at Business Foundry as well.
Nice. Okay.
So they're like a newer company and growing and building. But we have a guitar over here. I don't know if you saw that.
Nice.
And lots of equipment that they've been bringing in and mic and stuff. So they're working with some musicians and recording music videos. And I mean, they're always looking for talented people to collaborate with.
Yeah, definitely.
And do like out of state and potentially out of country shoots and stuff too, which I know you do. You travel.
Yeah, definitely.
You'll go anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah. Actually got lucky enough to do a trip to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Like right before my birthday. So it's 12th to the 18th. And it was like kind of like a dream trip gig. Like it made no sense. It was kind of like just a free trip. And I'm like there to record like pretty much like a whole resort type of thing. So it's like this doctor, she does like ketamine treatments for people, and like not just people, but vets or whatever, that deal with PTSD and stuff. So I got to go out there and film all of that. And then also got to do like whitewater rafting, got to do like this volcanic hot spring, like that's like in the, like literally like in the base of a volcano in Costa Rica.
Wow.
For like a whole week, like, and I just get to explore. It was just so cool. It was crazy. Like it's crazy that this camera has been able to bring me so many places.
Yes. I love that. I feel like that'll be the highlight. This camera has been able to bring me so many places.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, because it is truly, I never would have thought picking up a camera and like just using a tool to the degree I use it could, I don't know, like would bring me anywhere. Like I always wanted to travel, and it's like, I got to say like 99% of like my travel is just through work,
Yeah.
And, like, of course, yeah, I'm working, but I'm also still getting to go to all these places and getting all these experiences and seeing so many things. And it's just, yeah, it's unbelievable.
All because you had the courage
Right.
to break through your own mental shit.
Yeah, really though. Yeah, really. Because I remember like me and my cousin were talking like, this is like, I think when I had the GoPro, like early days, and like I was like, I think filming my own music videos at the point, I was talking to my cousin and like we were just talking like, hey, like something's got to get, like, like we have to do something. What are we going to do?
Right.
And I think that was the day like things actually changed. Like started taking it more seriously. Yeah.
That's amazing. You remember the day.
Yeah. Because
for you.
Because like I can't do like Walmart. I can't do call center. Like, I can't just do the typical brain dead 9 to 5 type thing. I just think there's so much more to life and so many more opportunities that can be crafted from doing your own thing, being your own individual, and just, levels that you can't reach otherwise.
Yeah. No, I feel that. And when you provide a good service or product to people, like it spreads like wildfire.
Yeah, and I think that's funny too, because like literally, like I create my own marketing in creating good products for people, you know, because of course they're asking for videos, they're asking for photos. I create that, they're gonna go share that, obviously, because like what else we're gonna do? Shove it in your closet, you know? Like, and like, no, I'm not showing anybody this, you know?
Right.
But then like ultimately that leads to being posted. Someone like that, they tag me in it, then they reach out, and then I create something for them. And it's just like, I think that's maybe why the word of mouth has been so good.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to like last year I spent like lots of time on my website and my SEO to try to get that optimized, because I mean obviously like external traffic is so important, and getting bigger gigs, because I think still too I'm so tied to like my current network, and like everyone knows my journey so far for the most part.
Right.
And they know what my prices were at, you know, like, no, we seen you go
So
like,
they like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, yeah, so I hit them with like the crazy like commercial price of like, hey, that's gonna be $5,000, you know? They're like, no way, man, like you were just shooting with this camera the other day, like, and it's like, sorry, like I don't wait on anybody, like it's time to learn, it's time to grow.
Yeah.
And the price is going up, especially because the world costs money, you know?
Yeah. And more every day.
More, yeah, it's kind of getting crazy.
Yeah. No, I love that though. And I love seeing your journey in the years that I've known you and got a chance to work with you. Like I love seeing how much you're growing, and
Thank you.
other people sharing videos and pictures that they've got done by you.
Thank you.
I would like to hire you all the time.
Yeah, for
do
sure.
all the videos and pictures and stuff. But yeah,
Someday.
the prices, man. Like
Someday, like I want to have some kind of crazy residual income source through my YouTube or my digital products, and then I can just do whatever. Then we can just be out here doing some cool things.
Yeah.
And like money's under pressure, because like I'm not super materialistic anyway. Like I think most of my money just goes towards gear, gear and food. I like food. But yeah, like I don't know. Like if I could just free myself from, you know, like I guess individual projects, you know, like then at that point it kind of opens me up to be able to create kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
And then I can be more like, hey, let's just try to create something together, you know, like no pressure, no money. Like let's just try and create. You know?
Yeah. So when you're ready for that, let's do that with my trucking company.
Okay.
I don't know if I think I mentioned it to you at one point. Like I would love to just have you like on the truck with me.
Yeah.
And film like day in the life of a female truck driver.
That would be so cool.
Right? I think that would be amazing.
Is there shows like
make like a movie about like a documentary.
Yeah. Actually, I did a documentary film fest where I was a judge, and I submitted a music video like the year before that, but then like nothing documentary wise. But I got to watch a lot of documentaries, and very cool projects to make. You know, like I mean, yeah, they take a long time. Right. But when you put together all that footage of like however long that project is, and then tell that complete story. Yeah. It's like any like trucking videos you have, like any even cell phone clips from your journey, like that story
put that in there.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Yes, I know. That's my like one of my dreams, if you will. Like one of my goals is to have that video. I love that movie, short film, whatever, put together at some point. Yeah. Because I have tons of videos and photos. And
I'm about to say, because I seen you post about your journey the other day, and like that's beautiful. Like it's so cool to see.
Thank you.
So much that you overcome, and then that trucking, like that's crazy. I'm not hopping behind an 18-wheeler. You know, like no way. Like
you got to be extra crazy.
Yeah, like it just takes a different kind of person to drive. You know, like I already don't like driving, you know, but let alone being responsible for driving like an 18-wheeler on the highway around people. Yeah. To deliver stuff on a timely manner. Yeah. Like you're different. And like that's so cool.
Thank you. But it is like in that post that you're referring to, like I shared how I went through going from looking at retirement to looking at bankruptcy. Yeah. You know, and like because of that shift in life and just hitting me like from the left side out of nowhere, I knew that I wanted to get back into trucking. And when I didn't share in that post that I feel like was pretty magical was I had just started journaling as I like was in this depressed state. I'm like, let me get into journaling and meditating more. And in my journal, I had wrote, and I didn't date it, but I wrote in there like, I wish I could just get back on the road behind the wheel and like feel that freedom again. Like I feel like I need to get out of Colorado. I need to breathe. I need to be in the open road.
Yeah.
And because it had been such a powerful thing for me to do as a 23-year-old chick to quit my job and go become a truck driver. Like that was very empowering.
Yeah,
for
definitely,
me.
I bet.
and then to own my own truck, right? And travel the whole country by myself. It was the most empowering thing that made me the brave person that I am now. Like I'm not scared of shit.
No, I mean, that's like one of the biggest jumps you can make rather than like changing countries, like even changing states, like, but changing countries, like that's kind of crazy, but like just hopping into that is insane. But like, it's so, like you said, rewarding, like the freedom and the experiences that you get from that teach you so much, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just, it's powerful.
And it became like my safe haven. So like, 23, quit my job, started trucking, bought my own truck, went on the road, and then got into real estate and then built this whole thing in real estate and then facing bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And so then I journaled that, like, I just need to get back on the road. And that seemed so like far-fetched. Like that I literally didn't have the money to like go buy a truck. I wasn't going to become a company driver because that's no.
Yeah.
And the universe blessed me with an opportunity from a friend of a friend, like reached out, was like, hey, I'm selling my trucking company. Do you want to buy it? You're the first person I thought of.
So sweet.
And then like reached out to another friend who was like, hey, I got the money. Like, let's do it. Let's buy this company. Let's go in together.
Yeah.
And we didn't end up buying that company, but then we decided to start our own company together.
Nice.
Some stranger from freaking Georgia that I never met. Like, and within 2 months of me making that journal entry, we purchased 2 trucks and trailers. And I was like, I want to go drive for us.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be one of our drivers so I can get out of Colorado and have some therapy behind the wheel for a little bit.
Yep.
And I was able to do that, and like, I think it just goes back to knowing what we want, and like knowing that this is something that I need to step into.
Yep.
Regardless of like who's holding on to me, trying to hold me here with you and your prices and leveling up to different things in your space. Regardless of like what's holding on to us, we got to be willing to just like go where we know we're trying to go.
Yep, have to. Because like no one's gonna make that move for you. You're the only one that's gonna make it. And whatever's hindering you or holding you back, I mean, it could be a good thing, but it could be also a bad thing. Then at that point, I'd rather fail a million times and get somewhere eventually than never fail and hit a baseline for the rest of my life. Like I can't do it. Like this just is so interesting to think. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us, like, where are you at right now with your photography and videography for real estate specifically? What kind of options do you have, packages, or I mean, just what is it that you do with that, right? Because I know you're not the typical photographer. You're not going to come in and just take pictures.
Right.
So what do you offer?
Yeah, for sure. So with real estate photography, videography, like I've been probably doing it like 6 years, maybe like on and off or whatever. So like I photographed tons of beautiful homes. Most of them are maybe like in like the mid-range, like nothing super luxurious. Besides like one condo I got to shoot downtown Denver called The Spire.
Yeah.
And that was pretty fun. But then from there though, like, I mean, like as far as like what I have to offer, it's not necessarily just photos and videos. Like, I mean, it's nice because it gets the property listed. But I'm more of like a visual storyteller, like a content creator. So like, rather than just like, hey, like you can come take these photos, I'm more of like kind of like a creative partner, if that makes sense. So like I'm here to help you create the content you don't know you need to help propel your business in general, because like when you look at people on social media, let's say it's like a real estate agent posting up a bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Cell phone stuff here, maybe some high quality professional stuff here, maybe like another like badly lit video here with terrible audio. And like, it's just like a really crazy range.
Right.
Whereas if you look at like something like a brand like Apple or a brand like anybody else, like a high-end brand, you'll never see them unless it's like maybe, no, I can't even think of anything. But you'll never see like low-end material from them. Everything that they present is very high quality, very nice, very crispy, and tells their story and consistently keeps their actual brand over the course of like whatever videos they're doing. If you see a commercial, you know it's Apple straight from the gate because of a consistent brand and consistent quality of content.
Yeah.
And so what I'm aiming for is to help, real estate agents or really anybody create that visual storytelling through content that they can't create themselves, you know?
Yeah.
And then it goes even beyond just like the shooting aspect of it, because I will make everything look pretty, but then like, what is the substance, you know? So like, I'm also here to help create that story and help, you know, tell that.
Yeah. If there's like some verbiage, some actual words, storytelling, aside from the visual storytelling that needs to be made, you can help them come up with that.
Yeah, exactly. Or even like flesh it out of them, you know, kind of get their story and then figure out how to actually tell their story on video. Yeah. So even like, for instance, like testimonial videos, like where you record those for like an hour of just people talking about something, and then to condense that into 5 minutes to tell a compelling story of why a brand is important, you know? So even with real estate agents, just content is so key nowadays, you know? So like, even if you're just like walking around luxurious homes, or like I can even help create a YouTube channel for you and create the content that's searchable through YouTube and Google and help you find leads even through that type of stuff.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, just so much potential in content and people don't realize it. And I'm here to help them kind of with that.
I love it. I love it. And you're a master at those things. So
Thank you.
definitely.
Yes, still always learning, but still definitely knowledgeable with everything I've kind of been through. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. So how can we find you?
Yeah, for sure. So the best way to reach me would be probably my website, jangelvisuals.com. Or you can check me out on Instagram, jangelvisuals, just letter J. But yeah, it's pretty much my main places.
Sweet. Sweet. Love it. Well, thank you for being here with me today. And thank you for the amazing photos and videos you provided us last time you were here for our mixer.
Of course. No, thank you so much for just having me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. I look forward to having you do more within the community and seeing the products you'll put out there for people when they hire you for pictures and videos.
Yeah, definitely. No,
I know it's a whole different touch that you put on your projects that not a lot of people do. So
I appreciate that. Yeah, and hopefully, because I would love to get into real estate more, especially seeing, like I said, more luxurious homes and helping those, agents that are really serious about what they're doing reach different levels,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And investors, not just agents.
True, I have so much to learn, in this world. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I'll help you tap more into that side.
Guidance, yeah. I appreciate it.
Yes. All right, y'all. Well, that is it for today's episode of Beyond the Deals. I'm your host, Gabrielle Simmons, and I will see y'all next time.